blossom. You know, things change.
Wow. So you said I was
young.
I wasn't treating you mean or nothing, right?
No, we always used to have conversations. You never really hung out, but you was around. You know, you was always around.
Yeah, I wasn't.
You was in and out. But every time we seen each other, we spoke. And
that's crazy.
Like that. Yeah.
I feel horrible. All right, yo. Welcome to another episode of Day-to-Day Talks. We got a special guest. We have a transformation coach, psychic, I guess energy reader, I guess Reiki. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got it right. Reiki. We got Ice Storm Beauty. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. We had a wild start to this interview process.
I know. I got lost.
You got lost. You actually was closer than you thought,
and right then, up the block.
And then you realized, like, I know you.
Right. No, I know you. You don't know you know me.
It's not my proudest moment, folks. Just letting y'all know. Yeah. We grew up together, you know, up the hill, I guess, down the hill. You was up, you was middle.
I was 2 blocks away from you.
All right.
Right in Marion Park. We was in the middle.
That's crazy.
Marion Park was here. You was 2 blocks away, a block away, and I was a block away.
Wow. Yeah. Life is nuts. Life is crazy. And speaking of energy and attraction and things like that, that kind of coincides with what you do. Like how, first of all, let's give everybody the definition of what a transformation coach is. Reiki, someone that changes lives. Like, give us that.
Basically, I show you who you are because we was brought up and taught to look outside of you to get validation and love and relationships, and partnerships, friendships, and all those things. Find a best friend. Everything was outside of you, but in all reality, you have to start within yourself first before you can build anything else with anyone else. And relationships been complicated because that's not what we was taught.
So as far as that, how much of your upbringing brought you to this point where you said, you know what, I want to transform lives. I want to.
Oh, I was always like this. Growing up, I used to see ghosts in the house.
Wow.
My family on both sides is spiritual, but they kept it a secret, father and mother. So they never practiced in front of me. But I always knew I was gifted. I used to talk to dead people. I still do. And see dead people. And my mother, she's my mother, but it was like I was her mother and she was the child. So I was always grown before my time. But not in a bad way. Responsibilities. I had responsibilities before.
You had, like they say, that you got an old soul. Like kind of like that kind of vibe.
Yes.
So as far as that, like a Reiki, let's get into that directly, because I feel like that's somebody that heals through energy, like read and heals through energy. So I looked up you on YouTube and I seen a couple of things, and I'm like, I heard the noise, and then I seen the kind of tracing with the hand over the body and using different stones. And
you can. Okay. Yes, you can. You go by whatever the spirits is telling you, because your body is a tool at the moment. At that moment, I'm channeling your spirit and my spirit guides to co-create and open up the chakras and balance the chakras. And
tell the ghetto folks that use chakras, what are actual chakras?
Chakras basically is the point centers in our body. We really do have 114. We just focus on the 7.
Wow.
Yeah, but
the 114. So we focus on 7.
Right. So you have it in your hands, your feet. Okay. You know, that's why they say go to the park and meditate. And like if you going through any trauma or anything like that, a tree can transform that energy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like transferable energy. Okay. So what was it like growing up? Like I know, because obviously I was there, but from a male perspective, it was different from your perspective. What was it growing up? Like isolated. In Bed-Stuy, Ocean Hill. It was isolated. How so?
Oh no, over there, no, that was the best time.
Really? You had a good childhood.
Yeah, over there, it was really cool. I don't know, it was just more family. I don't know.
It was like a whole block of family.
Yeah, that's
everybody looked out for everybody. Everybody's cool with everybody.
It was different.
That's dope though, but because I
didn't
wasn't
get that?
from, well, I wasn't from that block. I was from Bainbridge. Y'all was real
But
with
you was
it.
over there sometimes.
Yeah, y'all was real with it. I couldn't stay over there too long.
It was a lot of things that went on. I saw your face when you was like, yeah. But you know, I had the best of both worlds.
Right. That's good.
So
it's balanced.
I'm happy that I grew up over there.
And it made you who you are today.
Yeah, that was one of my best times. My sister lived up the block, so I still go over there from time to time.
Oh, wow.
But not like to hang out. I
don't think none of us is hanging out on blocks. I think we're beyond that point. I think the block talk is definitely over. I don't even go to block parties.
Right? But they still have block parties. Who still go to block parties?
I don't know. There's a couple of people who still get dressed up and go to block parties.
Oh, I haven't been to block parties.
We used to wear the Coogis, and it's in summertime, and we got Coogi pants on and Coogi sweaters.
Those were the days back then. Yeah,
it's crazy though. Life is.
I used to have a lot of fun over there. Remember Marion Park? How it look now is totally different.
Oh my goodness! You just have to jump the gate to get in from that side, but you had to go all the way on what's that, Marion side to go in.
Play
and it was one way in, one way out.
Right, and that's where they did a lot of shooting at.
Yeah. Oh, glad you said that. Yeah. Because there was a lot of shooting going on. Yeah, it was a lot of. It's interesting, like always, like connecting with somebody that, from the same area and same environment, and then kind of seeing them kind of grow and progress, and so. With all the transformation coach, like how does that work? What's the process? Like, hey, I see you're a transformation coach. How do we schedule this? How do we? Oh,
you go to my website, walkyourtruth.com.
Okay.
You go straight there. I have a program. I do read. You can book me for readings. My program, my 5-week program is up there.
Okay.
Book me for readings. You can buy spiritual candles and stuff like that on my website.
So you're very spiritual. So whoever approaches you got to be like all the way together.
Not all the way together. They have to be willing to be open to healing.
Okay.
No one is all the way together.
Okay.
I'm not. I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. That's what we're supposed to do. Make mistakes, learn from it, and move on.
Right.
But if you're the problem is, it's changing.
Mm-hmm.
It's changing. A lot of guys is now open to healing than before. So you can make mistakes, but don't make it over and over and over and over again. Then it becomes a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
So if a guy is like, let's just say someone is saying, hey, like I need healing from past trauma and things like that, what would be something you recommend they do first before coming to kind of see you to help them heal?
Be able to express and be comfortable with expressing like what you go through. A lot of people is not comfortable with expressing like what happened to them in the past.
Okay.
And once you are comfortable with that, then we go forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more of it's a personal journey, and you have to really like
because I don't want
commit to it.
Right. I don't want you to come to me, keep coming to me.
Right.
You understand? A lot of healers. They want you to keep coming. I don't want you to depend on me. Mm-hmm. After I'm done with you, go on and tell your friend and tell a friend. You understand?
Right,
I don't want to see you again.
Right.
Because I don't want you to think that I could call her for everything. No, I want you to depend on yourself. Mm-hmm. What I teach you, the tools that I teach you, you could do it for the rest of your life. You're not going to need me again.
Right.
Yeah,
So what kind of people inspired you to kind of get into this? Like...
Me, I just felt it. I was one of those people that just knew like what I came here to do. But I went through psychics. Okay. I paid a lot of money.
All right. Okay.
To find my way. This journey
not like Miss Cleo though.
No, not with Miss Cleo. No, let me think. Did I ever call the hotline when I was younger?
Call me now. Call me now.
I did that before when I was younger. Okay. But I was always attracted to psychics, X-Men, stuff like that.
What's X-Men?
X-Men, the cartoon.
Oh, I'm like, I thought this was like a person that was out here doing stuff. I'm like, what's X-Men?
The cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon, like Jean Grey.
Dragon Ball Z, those type of cartoons.
Fire, yeah.
Back in the day, those type of cartoons.
Anything that involves like energy and mental
I always
ability.
Was attracted to those type of things. The Magic School Bus. Remember the Magic School Bus?
Do I? I learned all my body parts there.
Right. So I always was excited about watching those cartoons and shows. And as I was growing up, I started going to psychics and stuff like that to figure out who I I had to figure out who I was on my own. Nobody sat down and was like, Teresa, this is what you're supposed to do. My mother wanted me to be a nurse like my sister, and I was like, I went for
you Caribbean.
Huh?
You Caribbean.
Yeah,
I could tell.
But she mad American. She just thought,
American Caribbean parents, they're like, go be a nurse, medical, you need to be a nurse.
Yeah, so she did that. She was successful, but I went and I was like, oh, nah.
You don't like it?
Excuse me.
Okay.
This is not my cup of tea. I like to be free. I like to make my own decisions. Not to say that I'm not going to listen to whoever. If you guide me to the right way, the right path, I'm rocking with you. But I was like, I didn't feel it. So, I just had to like go find my own way, and I went and found my own way.
So how many women come to you, they see you, they're like, oh, she's together, she has her stuff figured out.
Yeah, this is hard. This is hard work, baby.
Like relationship advice.
Yeah, this is a hard work.
It's hard work.
Yeah, nothing great is easy, but anything fast is easy, and you're gonna lose it quick.
Wow.
So you gotta work hard. You gotta work hard for something that you want to last for a long time.
And how do you prevent like that people from like sucking your energy? Because a lot of time, like what I've learned, and I tell people all the time, is like sometimes people are draining. Like sometimes the people in your life are draining. Like they're just like,
you could change it with the colors. Like black on black. We got black on black. Black absorbs.
Didn't know.
Black absorbs energy.
Wow. That's insane. I just noticed we both had black on.
Right, black seeds.
That's
but it's good energy.
Wow. I did not know that.
Right, so you're not gonna have to worry about going home and have to take a spiritual bath and stuff like that. But you can avoid things from covering your head, the colors that you wear.
I always have a hat on because my hair is like going like LeBron up there, like LeBron James.
Yeah, like there. White on your head. And the colors that you wear and crystals. I'm not really too big on crystals.
Okay.
Crystals don't
they look good.
Do for me.
Yeah, what they do for
But if they ask, like if I'm doing any type of work and if they ask for me to use it,
I bought mad little pyramids from Amazon. I just like them around the house. Make me look like I've been somewhere.
Right.
What kind of you got these from Amazon?
Like I always say, people judge me by how I look.
Okay.
They don't really expect what I am. You understand? They just think that I'm a girl that like to party, like to look good and stuff like that until they have a conversation.
I did. Kind of.
See, look.
Low-key, I judged.
You did? You judged me low-key? So what made you be like, let me have him on my podcast? Why you judge me a little? I need to hear this. I'm ready for it.
I was
shades for this.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
so
go ahead. I'm ready for this.
So what I would say, I was like, oh, okay. It's not atypical because I don't believe in atypical, but I'm like, I deal with more of kind of like, I deal with energy a certain way as well. I'm more spiritual. I'm Christian. Like I go to church every Sunday still.
That's okay.
Still go to church every Sunday. So I'm I'm Christian. So I just deal with things from a spiritual perspective. So I was like, okay. When I was like, oh, all right, cool. This is interesting. I've never had something like this on my show. Normally it's artists, which I love my artists and I love my guests. But you always want to give a new kind of visual. And I think people been kind of like, we've been scoped in a box for so long, we only know a type of interview. Like, I'm only going to watch this because this is ignorant. And they talking about bashing men and he's talking about bashing women. And he trying to find out who she think or the freakiest thing she ever done. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, cool. Like, that's good for clickbait. But like, I like to really have in-depth conversation. So yes, when I looked over your page, I was like, I read some of the stuff. And then I was like, oh, okay, it's a mixture. But I can tell that your energy, you know who you are. And I think a lot of us, we can't really find out our identity. And like, this is in our 20s, our 30s, 40s, sometimes even in the 50s. People don't know who they are. They go through life not even knowing who they are. So the fact that you knew who you were and you're confident in that, because, you got a lot of self-proclaimed people. Like, people just give themselves title and then they run with it.
Oh, no.
But not really take the actual
this was
title.
A battle. And it's still, is you never stop learning. Even when you pass on.
Yep.
You never stop.
That's deep. That's powerful.
You don't stop learning. So this body is just a vessel. This is something that we just borrowed. And the body dies. We don't. So.
I believe in that.
I love that people judge me.
Really?
Yeah. That makes them be like, what?
How difficult is it dating? If you're dating, I don't want to like put your
How
business out
difficult
there in
is
the street.
it? They think I'm a idiot. Everybody just go by how I look.
Oh, so they see the
beauty,
and then they like,
and then they don't expect that I'm who I am at the end of the day. So it's like, yeah, who said I have to walk around with crystals and smelling earthy like trees and the wind? Who said I have to look like that to be who I am?
Right.
Why does that have to? Why does that person right there that looks like that with the crystals and everything like that better than me?
Right.
Why?
But you practice humility though. You're humble. You're on a level where people can reach you. You're not like disconnected. Like, you know.
No,
what I mean?
I can't be disconnected. No, I love family, community. I love loyalty. You know, I love love. So, but I know when it's the right love, and I know when it's the wrong love.
Okay.
And I know when it's time for me to go and don't overstay.
Important.
And that's a lot of our problems. We don't know when to go when it's over.
Right. And don't know how to judge a situation. And
right,
know
but that's the lesson.
It's a blessing and a lesson. I agree with that. I think more people need to understand that because, you know, I deal with a lot of people and it's like, oh... It's because she's been here. And it's like, because he's been here. And it's like, is that a reason to stay, though? It's like, are you going to be miserable? Like, what's the energy like between you guys? Like,
because you know, growing up, marriage this is what they say, stick with the person through thick and thin.
Okay.
But I had to explain to this dude that I was messing with. Okay. Thick and thin, yes. You're supposed to do that.
Right.
But you're not supposed to make the same mistakes. You make that one mistake, and we work through that.
Right.
And if we could work through that and you don't make it again, then that is a different story. But not over and over and over again. And you think that I'm supposed to stay after you done did it like 10 times? That means you don't respect me.
After 10 is like not a mistake. That's like Nick Cannon kids. It's like after 10 is
one
like...
time, I give you one chance and you do it a second time? Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's a little difficult.
Right. If I already gave you the chance the first time and we worked through it, we talked through it, you know, like... Relationships are not, it's kind of hard because communication is the biggest key, but not a lot of people know how to communicate.
Effective communication, I always say.
Yeah.
I always tell people that. I'm like, you have to effectively know how to communicate. And first of all, you know how, to me, articulation and knowing how to articulate yourself in that manner to say, okay, I know how to convey a point without seeming angry. And I usually say people run out of words when they start cursing. That's just my thing. I just be like, you start cursing, it's like you ran out of words. Like you don't have any more words to say. So that's usually what you do. Are you a basketball fan?
No. It used to be back in the day.
Do you know the 5 positions in basketball?
No.
Do you know any sport?
Nope.
All right, cool. We're going to do something. Well, I usually do a segment here where I allow someone to construct their top 5, but I do it a little different. I do it as far as where that person would play the position on a sports team, which is usually basketball. But for you not knowing sports, I still have to do the segment. So what we're gonna do
I know it's a guard, the point guard.
Oh, you good then.
What else?
Guard, you got point guard, shooting guard, power forward, small forward, center.
Oh, I don't know the power forwards and the other. I know center.
You know what the guards do, right?
Yeah, they make sure that nobody come in and fuck up the shit, right?
I guess if that's what you want to go with, I'm okay with it.
Make sure that guy that got that ball is gonna make that shot, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah, that's my note. I used to be a basketball fiend when, you know.
You had to. You live on the street from Marion. Like, that's all
my age, but I don't care. Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson.
It's cool. We're all older now.
At that time, yeah. Now, I only know basketball players because of
LeBron James and Steph Curry.
Those types.
The ones that are popular.
Right. So if somebody comes to me and be like, they are a basketball player, they want to talk to me.
You wouldn't even know.
I wouldn't even know.
You'll probably be like, you played where? Oh, I thought you just was somebody normal.
Nope, I wouldn't know.
Okay. All right, so, compelling point. So, give me your top 5 people that inspire you. They can be known or kind of only known to you, a small group. Give me your top 5 people that inspire you.
That inspired me?
Yeah.
Her name is Hadia. She's on Instagram. Cardi B, because where she came from.
Okay.
It's not about what she rap about.
Right.
It's about
her story.
Her story.
Yes.
I love stories. Who else that had a good story? And I was like, wow. I can't remember right now.
It could be any set of people. Just people that just generally draw or have good energy, or you see them and they just have good energy.
Tupac.
Okay.
He had a great story. Who else? That's it for right now. If
got 3, you got 2 more.
If something pop up,
got 2 more.
Me.
Okay, good.
I should have been number 1.
All right, that's what I'm saying. All right, we
I
get
should have been
somewhere.
number 1. And who else inspired me?
Or just
to move forward. My family.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my family inspired me to move forward because it's like we gotta change this shit. Y'all do things that y'all shouldn't be doing. Like we gotta change this shit, and the only way we gonna change it if y'all see me change it.
Right.
And then some people like to see what you doing.
Yeah.
First.
Right.
They want to see the success before.
Yeah,
anything.
absolutely.
Before they respect shit.
They only want the result. They only want the results. They don't want to put in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always.
Yeah, that's it for right now.
Okay, cool. That was good. You got through. You made it through. This is good.
I made it through.
See, it's just like when we used to talk on the block. And
You don't even remember.
So apparently, we used to have really good conversations. I can't remember the conversations.
Right? Yeah, he don't even remember me.
I was okay. Like I
had
used
good
to
conversations. He was always a businessman from young.
Appreciate that. I tried even back then.
You always had a head on your shoulders. You always knew what you wanted to do.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I just good upbringing and being raised around people that actually wanted to see you do better than them. I think that always helps as well, because a lot of time if you're not around people that want you to do better than them, that's a problem because it's not going to propel you. So I always say I gain success through watching others succeed and learning how to celebrate people when they win. And that's the biggest form of success for me. Like I love to see people doing. I'm like, yo, like we see each other. It's like, oh man, you're like, oh, I just landed this deal, did XYZ. I'm like, yo, that's insane. That's phenomenal. Like,
I'm like that too. That's a beautiful thing. We all can win.
Yeah, because more than one person can win at the same time, and I think people don't really understand that because
our
mentally,
culture,
don't
understand. It's like
we think,
all could win. Why do you have to be on top of me or me on top of you? It don't have to be like that. You have your gifts. I have my gifts. You're more stronger in this avenue right here than I am. Why we just can't work together?
Because it's the mentality of how we've been taught to be separated,
to be greedy and just want to take instead of just like we all could work together and create something so beautiful.
And I think that's elegantly said. That's amazing, because a lot of times now, even with doing things on your own, people only really applaud you once they see a stranger kind of get in the mix. You know what I mean? It's like, oh wow, these people don't even know you and they appreciate what you're doing. Oh, this person don't. So,
but that's how it's supposed to be, though.
Yeah.
You shouldn't want when you start a business or whatever. Who cares if the people who don't know you? Who cares if the people that know you and they don't support you? You want to get to know other people, because that's how your connections come from the people that you don't know. That's
an absolute fact. So, dating right now? What are we doing?
No, I am. Dating is bad.
Why is dating bad? Somebody said it's pee in the pool. Somebody said it's pee in the dating pool. It says nothing good out there.
It don't make sense. It's like, I'm not gonna say it's nothing good out there.
Right.
It
I
is.
agree. I don't say it either.
Once you find who you are, it's easier to find your partner.
You attract them. Almost.
Yeah, you attract them. So it's not. And I attract a lot of people that need help also, because I'm a healer.
Yes.
So I know like who to deal with, who not. Like one, if I date you one day, like we go on a date, and I just be like, oh, he is not for me. Like I know.
You know, most women do.
Already, you know,
they say the first 15 minutes.
Even over the phone, if I see he's not the one for me,
right,
you know.
Right.
So I don't need no distraction.
Right.
The only way I would get in a relationship if the person knows what he wants.
Oh, okay.
Because I know what I want.
Okay.
So if we can build together, if we can grow together, if we can financially build together, emotionally build together, you know, I'm good for that. But if you bring me drama and shit that I don't need, you know, kid shit that I don't need, I don't need to be arguing with you about you looking at a girl, about you talking to a girl, about you doing this with somebody else. I need to be arguing with you about the business deal that you just made.
I love that.
And why you didn't tell me that you made that
bill? Fight over bills.
Yes.
Business decisions.
Yes. Let's have a discussion about that. I don't want to argue with you about kid stuff from when I was 16.
Right.
No, I need to have an adult relationship. People don't know what an adult relationship is because people feel like just because you're 46 or 35, you're grown. No, your age is there, but your emotions is still when you was young.
Right, exactly.
You know, so
that's a real point. That I think people are kind of emotionally immature.
Yes.
And that's what a lot of relationships kind of like fail at. And I say fail loosely. I don't like to use the term fail. But that's where a lot of people kind of don't understand the nuances that go into it. And then you got to work on yourself too, ultimately. And I think a lot of people are not comfortable in their own skin. So that's why they kind of try to deflect and make others feel bad.
But it's difficult. I'm not going to lie. It's difficult. It's not it's not easy. And some people don't want to deal with the work.
Right.
So it's like, why should I change something that I already know? I might as well stay with the stuff that I already know.
That's crazy. Everybody.
I'm afraid to step into something that I don't know. The unknown it makes them afraid. But the unknown is something that you should go towards because that is setting you free from everything else.
Very true.
You know, you learned if it's not working for you, why stay there? And a lot of people just stay there because they feel that it's working for them. But it's like, how if you didn't grow? 5 years from now, you still in the same place. So how is it working for you? And it's the way we was taught, the way we was brought up it just didn't make sense.
That's true. It got to be a lot of changes for the next generation.
Yeah. So I love this generation. This generation is like, Mom, Dad, fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm not gonna go to college. Because I don't know what I really want to do.
Mom, Dad, thank you so much. But I'm going to go another direction and do this because I can't do that. Right. Because this is really what I want to do.
Right. The new generation is more open with communicating with their parents of what they want to do.
Yeah.
Growing up,
we couldn't say that.
Yeah, we couldn't do that.
You go to school, get a good job.
And it's like, you suffer, so I'm suffering too. Like that's not what we supposed. We supposed to chase. We supposed to chase and find out who we are. That's what we really supposed to do.
That's a fact.
Chase to find who we are. Yes. What we came here to do. Not everyone is meant to be on top. It have to be people that's going to be workers. But if you know that you came here, if you feel it in your bone and in your heart and your intuition is telling you in your gut that you came here to do something different, who cares what anybody else say? Just go for it. It takes some time. Right. But trust and believe it's going to happen. Age is nothing but a number that they created. Right.
Unless you singing it like R. Kelly wrote it, then it's horrible.
All right, age ain't that. I don't want to talk about the R. Kelly.
Don't sing that one. So, and I appreciate you coming, man. This was great.
Thank you.
Reconnect with you. I say reconnect because obviously we grew up in the same area, and we knew what it was like coming from these, I say, dangerous environments that. A lot of my friends, when I tell them, like, I'm like, yo, this is a whole, like, movie, show. The stuff we experienced and witnessed, you know what I mean? At a young age. And people think that trauma doesn't follow you, but it does. It's your job to kind of heal from it and become better. So
Right.
I definitely appreciate you coming.
And thank you. I appreciate you too.
You know, I do a small segment. I'm very ignorant at times because I like to. It's basically called Hot or Not.
Hot or Not.
You just pick one. You can say pass if you don't want to be biased. I name two things. You say which one it is. That would be the one that's hot. The one that you don't say, that's not. So we'll start with Brooklyn. So I'll do something like, you know, basically the Sty or Bushwick.
Excuse me, I'm all burping and stuff.
You're good. This is a show.
The Sty.
Okay.
It's hot. Yeah.
All right. We got let's do Jay-Z or Nas.
I would go with Jay-Z. Nas is more, you know, with the more peaceful.
Yeah.
You know, like what he represent. But I'm not gonna bump him in my car or house.
Yeah.
It depends on what song, you know. Yeah.
It makes a lot of more introspective records. You want a Jay kind of Brooklyn feel, summertimes and, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
I got you.
Not yeah.
So, Philly cheesesteak or chopped cheese?
Philly cheesesteak, because every time my friend be like, chopped cheese, I be like, girl, what is that?
With a little pack of Sazon they put on
I
it?
be like, girl, what is that? And she always have to explain to me what it is. Like,
man, that's funny.
But I always went to go get Philly cheesesteak, okay?
Yeah, I drove the Philly ones out for one. I'm not gonna lie. I will openly admit that.
And how was
it? It was amazing.
Okay. I would do something like that.
Yeah, I
too.
definitely do. I do spontaneity. I just sometimes would get on the train to DC. Like I just like, yo, I feel like going nowhere. I'm just gonna get on the train to DC or drive out somewhere. That's
right.
Like,
that's good.
You gotta have those moments in life. Like
not everything could be planned.
Exactly. This is what make life more enjoyable. So Hot 97 or 105?
You talking about now, right?
Well, just in general.
105.
Okay.
Now 105. You know Hot 97 was popping back then.
Yeah, it's still popping. Shout out to Ebro.
I don't know, but
shout out to Ebro, Rosenberg, Laura Styles.
Yeah, I know him, but
shout
but
out to them guys.
105.1 is all me.
Okay. All right, cool. I'll take that answer. Real bodies or fake bodies?
I'm in the middle. Whatever makes you happy.
Okay.
Whatever makes you happy. If you want to go through surgery, do surgery. If you want to keep the body that you was born with, keep it. I don't discriminate. I'm not going to talk about it. I mean, I'm not going to be like, because you know, I did things.
Okay.
I changed my body. And if I'm 65 years old and want to change it again, I'm going to change it again.
That's your
and
liberty.
I don't feel like is anything wrong with that if you don't like something or if you want to enhance your beauty.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, cool. So, a man with a plan or a man without?
A man with a plan. Cause listen, I'm a strong-minded woman, so for me to listen to you and let you lead, it have to be some type of plan there to let you lead. You know, I don't have a problem with letting a man lead, so let me be feminine. Let me sit on this couch and be like, yeah, that's my man. He's doing this. He's doing that.
Everybody with the my man.
My man. Let me just sit back and watch you do you. I love that.
That's awesome. So, last one. Would you prefer comfort or luxury?
Oh, I can't choose. I want both.
You want both?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you should choose.
Right.
I have to have it all.
Have to have both comfort and luxury. All right.
Yeah, because you can have luxury and be unhappy. You can have comfort and still be unhappy because the person is not doing what he's supposed to be doing or you not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You know, so it have to be both.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
I can't choose.
That's good answers. Hey, listen, these are good answers. Again, really, really appreciate it. Shout out to Go Ink Studio, Rich the engineer. Shout out to you for coming, Teresa.
Thank you, and shout out to you too for having me.
I appreciate
you. Yes,
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
This was good. And if you could leave people with some, just tell them your like information, how to get in touch with you again.
Oh, you could go to Ice Stone Beauty, and you could go to my My Instagram is Ice Stone Beauty, and you could go to my website at walkyourtruth.com if you want to book a service, book a reading. Just book me. You can go to, or get candles, you go to walkyourtruth.com.
Okay, and you, if you could leave people with something, what would you leave them with?
Follow your dream. Your dream is your dream. It's not no one else's dream. And who cares what anybody say? And if the man can't lead you, drop him.
So she's encouraging you to leave. She leave your homies.
If your friends can't lead you, if you can't change with your friends, then drop them too.
Yeah, I drop friends a lot.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that on air. I'm trying to. No, I don't drop y'all. Y'all come do the show. But again, appreciate you. Shout out to Go Ink Studio, Rich the Engineer. Thank you for coming through.
And thank you for having me Day to Day Talk. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me explain myself. Let everyone know who I am and what I do.
Awesome, man. And it's been real. Another great show. Hope you guys enjoy it. Be good. Peace.
Bye.